So the YouTuber Dark made a video showcasing some very powerful TNT cannons around 2 years ago. However, in newer versions, so 1.20, 1.10, and 1.20, 1.11, the cannon seems broken. So I fixed it and I want to showcase this today. So if I go here, this is my updated version of the 1D cannon. It's less compact because I'm not so good at doing that, but it should work for at least vanilla. I haven't tested it on any other versions besides 1.20, 1.10, and 11, and I also haven't tested it on paper or other server software, so use at your own risk, and I recommend testing these in creative first. The way that this cannon works is you have a dropper here, you can put items in them. In my case I'm gonna do 2, which is the minimum amount, and this will make a TNT tunnel of length 1 minus the number of items in here times 750, so I have 2 items, so this is going to make a tunnel of length 750. You can flick the lever to activate it, and then I'll go into spectator mode, and I have that kind of spectators generate chunks turned off, so I'm not loading chunks anymore. Instead there is a chunk loader here, which this is a minecart portal chunk loader. It's chunk loading a 3x3 area around it. These green chunks are entity processing, and then these red chunks are lazy chunks, and the TNT tunneler has to be red on the border here, just like this. And I also recommend having it not like on the corner of chunks, because that might break things. And in addition to building this machine, you need to build a small tunnel out 2 chunks aligned with the lava down here. That is just so the TNT doesn't collide with any blocks in here. And if you want an explanation on how this TNT tunneling actually works, then I recommend you watch Cubicmetre's video. I'm gonna link both videos in the description. I think he does a great job explaining this. Also, once this machine, and this goes for any of the machines I'm showcasing today, once the machine has started running and you've unloaded the area, so only the chunk loader is loading it, do not load it back until it's finished, because otherwise it will explode and you'll have to rebuild the entire thing again. And in the case of this 1D tunnel machine, the duration it takes is per item in this dropper minus the first one. It takes around 11 minutes. Just to be safe, you can round up to 12 minutes. So you can see this is just finishing up now. It's done now. So you can see a bunch of items drop, but this is basically just a tunnel going 750 blocks long, and you can mine diamonds and other ores pretty easily. Then there's the 2D design. This one is exactly the same as in Dark's video. So I'm just showcasing it, but it won't be included in the world download. You'll have to go to Dark's video for that. This dropper is for the tunnel length, so in this direction, same as that machine, you can fill this up to 9 stacks, and then it'll be the number of items times 1.8. This hopper up here has the separation distance between the tunnels. For the overworld, I recommend having 4 items in here, and then in this barrel you put the number of rows you want times the number of items in this hopper. So I want 5 rows, so I have 5 times 4 items in here, which is 20. And in this dropper down here, you have a initial offset for the tunnels because you don't want them to explode too close. So I have 13 items in here, which seems to work pretty fine. And then again, you have a small tunnel here. It's aligned with this thing. And then same on this side. So aligned like this, you have a 1x2 tunnel going out 2 chunks. So I can leave this running now. Should be done now. Once you load this machine back up, you'll hear an explosion, but that is completely fine. There's just some TNT left over here and it explodes in that waterlogged stair, so it doesn't do damage. And then we can go through here. And this 2D design is directly copied from Dark, and this design is also heavily based on Dark's design, so full credit to them. I'm just showcasing updated versions. I also adapted these for the Nether, so overworld design I had another rack here. All you need to do is replace that with the TNT. It's gonna accelerate the TNT twice as fast. Another rack has a lower blast resistance. That's gonna allow the tunnel to be twice as long for the same amount of time running. So I can put 2 items in here again and start it. There we go. And you can see, made a nice tunnel. You can see a nice amount of ancient debris. I do recommend bringing fire resistance though, as you can see there's a lot of lava. I also adapted the 2D design for the Nether, again with using twice as much TNT. So you can see 3 TNT down here. Technically, you can also use the original 2D design, but you have to replace this waterlogged stair with an enchantment table because you can't have water in the Nether, and you need to start the machine already lazy loaded like this. Basically use a detector like this. This is just using a minecart. This machine has the extra TNT though, so for the Nether it's perfectly fine. Again, this dropper is for the row length, twice as long because of twice the TNT. You can fill it all the way up to 9 stacks. This hopper has 2 items now, so half the amount because we have twice the distance. I'm doing 3 rows, so 3 times 2 equals 6. Again, half the items for the offset. So let's run this. This lever basically primes it. Once it notices the chunk being unloaded, the minecart will let go of the pressure plate and the machine will actually start. Again, with all of these machines, once they've been started and unloaded, do not close them again, they will explode. Finished now. As we can see here, it goes through lava and creates a nice area to mine ancient debris. For mining netherite, I strongly recommend the 2D design over the 1D design. It's not that much more complicated to build. For this 2D design, I was able to mine about 6 stacks of ancient debris per hour, so I'd say that's really good. But that's all. Like I said, all credit for this goes to Dark. I just did some small modifications to have this working for newer versions. If there's any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.